Hi everyone, I just wanted to do a quick video today since I have a lot of orders going out and a lot of orders that have just gone out to talk about how to take care of your cups. So every cup is going to come with a lid like this. It's got a little slider to close it, and they all come with a straw. And then, so I use a non-toxic epoxy alternative. So this means that it's safe to do my cups in the house with my daughter, with my dogs around, with my husband around. I don't have to wear a respirator and all of that. I can do it safely in the house. Since it's not epoxy though, it applies a little differently, and it does take a little longer to make a cup start to finish. So if you've ordered cups elsewhere that use epoxy and you notice that your order is taking it a little longer, that's because it's going to take a week or slightly longer, depending on what your design is, to make your cup start to finish. So once you get your cup, I have to let it sit for 5 days after it's finished before I can send it to you. Once it's finished and I pop it in the mail, it's durable enough to, be jostled around a little bit in the mail, but it's still not going to be completely cured until you've had it for 30 days, or until it's been finished for 30 days. Prior to that 30-day mark, you're going to want to dry off the outside as soon as you wash it. So these do need hand washed. The cup itself needs hand washed before I do anything on the outside. The cup can't go in the dishwasher regardless of what we do to the outside of it. So don't put it in the dishwasher. If you do put it in the dishwasher, this is all going to fall off and melt, and your vinyl is going to be ruined, and your cup is going to lose its seal that keeps it thermal. So don't put it in the dishwasher. So you're going to hand wash for the life of this cup. When you first get it, you're going to want to dry the outside off as soon as you're done hand washing it, because it needs that full 30 days to cure nicely so that the outside doesn't start to soften up. That said, my daughter left her cup in a puddle behind the sink where I didn't notice it for a couple days, and the bottom did start to get a little gooey. We turned it upside down on the drying rack and let it sit there, and it did harden back up, and it's fine now. So some levels of damage will repair themselves, but don't put it in the dishwasher. Don't put it in the dishwasher. Just don't do it. So for that first 30 days after it's been made, hand wash, dry the outside immediately. After that, it's okay if you hand wash it and air dry it. I still dry mine on the outside just to be safe, just to make sure that I'm not going to have any issues. And then you don't want to leave these in like a 200-degree car in Texas in the summer. If you do, again, it's possible that you can bring it back in the house and let it cool off and it will go back to normal, but I wouldn't test that theory. The owner of the company has said that that's happened to him though, and that he was, it did kind of go back to normal once it was cooled off a little bit. But I wouldn't test that, so I wouldn't leave it in your car for like 8 hours while you're at work or something in the summer in the hot sun. It cannot go in the microwave because it's metal. So no microwave, no dishwasher. Do not soak it. My husband loves to bring his cup home and stick it in the sink and soak it and leave it in there. Don't do that. Prolonged exposure to heat or moisture is going to ruin your cup. They're very expensive and they're very time consuming to make. And so I just want to make sure that you get the best experience you can with these. So that's going to be the main rules. The other thing you don't want to do is try not to drop it. Clearly you're not going to drop it on purpose, but do your best not to throw it on the ground because it can crack. But it is said to be more durable than epoxy. So if it's more durable than epoxy, where an epoxy would crack and like the whole cup would be ruined, with Crystalac, with what I use, you might get like a chip on the bottom, and that I may be able to fix for you if that happens. I might be able to sand it down and recoat it and have it be okay. But do your best not to drop it. I mean, I'm an accident waiting to happen, so take that with a grain of salt. But that's going to be your main rules for taking care of your cup. And I hope that you all enjoy your cups once you get them. And if you've just gotten them, I'm so appreciative of all your orders. And I just really love making these and taking your ideas and turning them into like an actual object. It's so much fun. I'm having a great time with it. My entire house and dogs and child are all covered in glitter. And it's just super fun and sparkly here. So if you haven't ordered a tumbler yet, I do have a few on my Etsy shop. I have a couple Galaxy tumblers that are about ready to list. And I can make custom items. So you can see my eyeball cup I'm making back here, which has been super fun to make. And I've got a Valentine's surprise here, and I've got a mermaid cup happening. So there's some fun things coming. But if you've got an idea for something that you want me to make that you haven't seen me post, just send me a message or ask in the group, and I can let you know if it's something I can do. I've got all kinds of cups over here ready to go with ideas that I haven't had time to start yet. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So hope you enjoy your cups. And if you have any questions, you can ask in the comments, and I'll answer them as soon as I can. Thanks, everyone.